DHS official, as well as the head of Secret Service, top Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer.
The president is kowtowing to the worst instincts of people and to the conservative hard right.
The dramatic changes prompted by the president's frustration over immigration. The attorney general will be on Capitol Hill for his first major public appearance since the release of Robert Mueller's Russia report and his own 4-page summary of the findings. CBS's Steve Dorsey.
In Barr's prepared remarks to House Appropriations Subcommittee, there is no mention of the Mueller investigation. Instead, Barr focuses on immigration and election security. Barr is expected to dodge questions about the Mueller report.
Federal and local officials say they've thwarted a potential terror attack at National Harbor, a busy tourist destination near Washington, D.C. 28-year-old Rondell Henry is charged with interstate transportation of a stolen U-Haul truck. CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
Charging documents claim he harbored a hatred of non-Muslims for at least 2 years and was inspired to carry out a terror attack with a vehicle like the one in 2016 in Nice, France, that killed 86 people.
A new study finds a zap of electrical current could be the trick to improving memory for the over 60 set. Live to CBS's Vicki Barker.
It sounds like something out of an old, bad science fiction film. Volunteers put on a tight-fitting cap that sent a gentle electrical current into 2 regions of the brain that tend to get out of sync as we age. The result, people in their 60s emerged with the working memory of someone in their 20s. Now, the effects lasted less than an hour, but it opens a promising new avenue in battling the decline in memory that comes with dementia and with normal aging. Deborah?
A pop superstar supports LGBTQ rights. Taylor Swift has donated $113,000 to a group fighting a bill in Tennessee that would allow adoption agencies to turn down same-sex couples. This is CBS News.
You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. You can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Your daughter's a genius. And with all those smarts comes a lot of travel. So you're at Hampton by Hilton for a science fair in Springfield. Last month she was a mathlete in Martindale. Next she'll be a robot whiz in Riverside. She fuels up on free Hampton waffles. You fuel up on coffee. With 6 hours of applied biology ahead of you, you need all your synapses firing. Proud parent of a prodigy? That's why we're here with free hot breakfast and more than 2,400 locations. Book at Hampton.com for a price match guarantee. Hampton by Hilton. Terms and conditions apply.
I'm Tiffany Haddish, and I use Groupon so much, they made me the spokesperson. Using Groupon is easy. Just save with the Groupon app on your phone. There's nothing to print out, which is great because I'm the type that if I can save on it, I'll do it. Paint class? Yes. French cooking class? Oui, oui. Brazilian steakhouse? Let's get the meat sweats. Hot yoga? Love it. The only thing I won't do is pay full price for what I do every day. Download the app and save. Groupon.
The cost of living and staying healthy is getting more difficult. Here's CBS's Matt Piper.
For a renter these days, there is an unfortunate choice that many have to make. Paying rent or paying for a health bill. MarketWatch is out with a new study by Enterprise Community Partners that says 54% of renters say they've put off medical care because they could not afford it. The care those people delayed most frequently included receiving routine checkups, going to the doctor when sick, and purchasing over-the-counter medication.
He botched his hoops cred at a campaign stop in 2016.
You know, the amazing thing is that basketball ring here in Indiana. It's
the ring reference. Some Texas Tech fans now blaming Ted Cruz for last night's loss to Virginia in the NCAA championship game. The senator tweeted a selfie from his luxury suite at U.S. Bank Stadium. It read, 35 seconds, 1-point lead. Go, Red Raiders. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Hey guys, Ken here from the hit podcast Today's Growth. Who would win a 3-mile bicycle race, an 11-year-old girl or last year's winner of the Tour de France? It all depends on the bicycle. It depends on their vehicle. Both on a 10-speed and the pro racer is going to win every time. But put the racer on a tricycle and the 11-year-old wins every time. You see, it's not the driver, it's the vehicle. When it comes to generating revenue, it's exactly the same. If you have a job or a small business, you are riding a tricycle. You can only go so fast. If you need to make up lost ground, it's not going to happen on a tricycle. No matter how fast you pedal, it's simply not going to win the race. Why do many people with no schooling and no advanced degree often become very wealthy? Simple. They choose to only ride 10 speeds. When it comes to helping people create their next revenue model, both Forbes and Inc. recommend Income Store as a can't miss when it comes to putting people on a 10-speed. Could your household or business use an additional revenue model that doesn't solely depend on you? If so, you need to check out IncomeStore.com. That's IncomeStore.com.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say ID to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're sick and your doctor's office just closed. You injured your finger working in the yard and it's Saturday afternoon. Where do you go? Well, TJ Sampson has 3 choices for you when these and other similar situations occur.
The clinic at Walmart can help with.
TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion can help with.
And when it's...
Grandpa, are you okay?
You might want to try the emergency department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Depend on WCLU local news. Online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. Waking up at 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour with 50 degrees. We'll check in with Ray Stajic in just a moment, see where we're going with this weather-wise today. But let's get over here and talk about our early morning birthdays. We got a lot of nice folks out here to celebrate with today, including Christina Gibson. Happy birthday, Christina. We've got David Brown. And David, when the roosters wake up, we're going to sound a 60 gong for you today, sir. Mr. B.C. McCandless has a birthday today. Lindsay Harbison Smith. Aline Hurt. Chris Henderson. We're going to be sounding the 40 gong for Corey Underwood at the bottom of the hour here this morning. Stacy Ballard Bush has a birthday today, too. Anniversaries, we've got Joseph and Tiffany Wyatt. My goodness, their 25th wedding anniversary for Joseph and Tiffany today. Shannon and Kevin Pickett have their 15th wedding anniversary today. Chris and Stacy Poore are celebrating their 14th anniversary today. So a whole lot of celebrating going on here in South Central Kentucky. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, a real simple click right here at WCLUradio.com. Now let's go ahead and round the corner at 8 minutes after 6 o'clock, 50 degrees. Ray Stajic has some things he'd like to say about the way the weather is shaping up.
Areas of fog getting the attention of some this morning. That fog could be thick in some spots, so you may have to slow your roll. Numbers-wise, we're above average, and this afternoon will stay above average, even warmer than yesterday. Most of us hovered around 70 degrees yesterday. Should get into the upper 70s for today, maybe even tomorrow, maybe even Thursday. Then we'll see a front come through and change things up just a little bit, and some cooler weather coming in by the upcoming weekend. And for now, I think we're in pretty good shape in terms of precip. The fog around this morning will give way to clear sky and sunshine. Pair of 7s this afternoon. Overnight tonight, mainly clear and 45. Tomorrow, sunshine, 77. Thursday, the wind will pick up, mostly cloudy. Highs will be in the upper 70s. I think we'll get around to showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms as we look ahead toward probably Thursday evening and into early Friday morning. And then those should be ending by Friday afternoon. We'll be in the low 70s. Saturday, a chance of showers. Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms. Highs over the weekend, cooler in the low to mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Yesterday we had 0.6 of an inch of rain as it on-again, off-again rained here in South Central Kentucky. That's why it's so muddy a lot of places this morning. Barometer's down at 29.84. Winds are calm and 98% humidity and 50 degrees at WCLU. 610. Brennan Crane and local news next.
Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson, or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. The Glasgow City Council passed the first reading of an ordinance to raise the city's funds for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. The Glasgow City Council met in regular session last night at Glasgow City Hall. After the March 25th meeting, City Attorney Danny Basil manipulated an ordinance that would increase the city's funds to the fiscal budget. Councilman Terry Bunnell discussed possible implications in the wording of the prior ordinance. Before the current version, the ordinance stated that the funds could not be used for the purpose of advertising or salaries. The new ordinance does. The ordinance still includes all prior wording, including increasing the contribution from $60,000 to $120,000. The city now has the option to allocate these funds towards salaries and advertising. Council members Freddie Norris and Bunnell made the motion to approve the first reading, and all council members were in favor. The ordinance will be heard a second time before its passage into the city's law. The council also approved a resolution for a $115,000 composting grant. If received, the city will use the grant to purchase a glass pulverizer, which can be used to recycle glass. Council members Marna Kirkpatrick and Freddie Norris made the motion to approve the resolution, with all council members in favor. The council recognized 911 telecommunicators last night. Employees from the Baron Metcalf Emergency Communications Center were present last night to be honored. National Public Safety Telecommunications Week is celebrated yearly in April. The next meeting of the Glasgow City Council is set for 7 p.m. on April 22nd at the Glasgow City Hall. An Edmonton teenager who went missing on January 21st has been found. Amber Shirley, 15, was located Sunday night and is home with her family, according to Kentucky State Police. An Edmonton man has been arrested after fleeing police on Sunday. Kentucky State Trooper Ricky Cross was on routine patrol 12 miles southwest of Edmonton when he attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a Nissan Altima for a traffic violation. According to a press release from Kentucky State Police, the driver of the Altima began to flee on Kentucky 163, turning on and off several back roads before exiting the vehicle and running on foot. After a short foot pursuit, Trooper Cross was able to locate and arrest 38-year-old Nathan Pruitt of Edmonton. Pruitt was charged with second-degree DUI, aggravating circumstance, fleeing or evading police, motor vehicle, first-degree, wanton endangerment, first-degree, police officer, fleeing or evading police on foot, second-degree, operating on suspended or revoked license, and resisting arrest. Pruitt was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on South Green Street for a vehicle that had expired registration plates. Officers observed a magazine clip to a handgun laying in the seat of the vehicle and located a Glock 40 caliber in the waistband of Dylan Gibbons of Glasgow that was covered by his clothing. Officers also located marijuana and a set of digital scales. Dylan Gibbons was arrested and charged with carrying a concealed weapon, trafficking in marijuana less than 8 ounces, first offense, possession of drug paraphernalia, trafficking controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school. The arrest was made by Officer Wesley Hicks, assisted by Officer Mark Cromwell and Lieutenant Jabin McGuire. Last Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on Joe Traylor Avenue for a vehicle that had expired registration plates. Officer Mark Cromwell made contact with Patrick Stinson of Cave City and confirmed that he had an active warrant for his arrest. Officer Cromwell discovered Stinson to be in possession of methamphetamine. Cromwell was also located with a glass pipe. Stinson was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, second offense, methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. The arrest was made by Officer Mark Cromwell, assisted by Officer Wesley Hicks. It's 6:15, 50 degrees here at WCLU. We'll be right back for more local news.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
In more local news this hour, according to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday morning at 1012 on Scottsville Road. Barron Metcalf EMS, Glasgow Police Department, and Glasgow Fire Department all responded. A 23-year-old man will go before a U.S. magistrate on a charge that he lied to federal agents about being a missing child from Illinois. Authorities on Friday charged Brian Michael Reaney of Medina, Ohio, a day after DNA testing ruled him out as being Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. Magistrate Karen Likovitz has had him held without bond pending a hearing Tuesday afternoon. A jail lists him as 5 feet 9 inches tall and 145 pounds. Police picked up Reaney the morning of April 3rd after a report of someone wandering the streets of Newport, Kentucky. They said he told them he was Timothy and he had escaped 2 kidnappers. Timothy Pitson disappeared around the time his mother killed herself. Kentucky is struggling with the nation's worst hepatitis A outbreak, and its State Department of Public Health is suddenly without its infectious diseases chief. John Bennett tells the Courier-Journal that he was dismissed on Friday. Cabinet for Health and Family Services spokesman Doug Hogan confirmed in an email to the AP that Bennett is no longer with the Health Department. Bennett says he wasn't given a specific reason for his dismissal, and nothing suggests it was related to Kentucky's outbreak response. Kentucky said Monday that the outbreak, first declared in 2017, has killed 52 people and sickened more than 4,400. Kentucky has had more hepatitis A-related deaths than any other state struggling with similar outbreaks. Hogan says the number of hepatitis A cases that has been declining for several months. A Kentucky man has tried to go around railroad crossings armed and his wife a Kentucky man who tried to go around railroad crossing arms and his wife have died in a crash with a train. The Webster County Sheriff's Office said in a news release that a southbound train was stopped on a side switch track waiting for a northbound train to pass. The release said 83-year-old James King of Slaughters, Kentucky, proceeded over the tracks, failed to see the oncoming northbound CSX train, and pulled into its path on Sunday. The Sheriff's Office said King and 78-year-old Carolyn King were pronounced dead at the scene on Kentucky 138 at the railroad crossing in Slaughters, about 15 miles north of Madisonville. The crash remains under investigation. It's 6:20, 50 degrees at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane.
It's that time of year again, folks.
Time for the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce Farm, Home, and Garden Expo.
Yeah, Chris said you need to mark your calendar for Friday, April the 26th and Saturday, April the 27th.
There'll be educational displays, cooking demonstrations, activities for the kids, and of course, good food.
Did we mention it's free?
Yes, free at the National Guard Armory with plenty of free parking. If your business would like to participate, contact the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce at 270-651-3161.
You won't want to miss it, so we hope to see you there.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Paul Miles. Churchill Downs and Keeneland are breaking ground on a new racing facility in Kentucky. A ceremony is planned for today for the $150 million live and historical racing venue in Oak Grove, just outside Fort Campbell. Planned are up to 1,500 historical racing machines at a 125-room hotel. The Kentucky Horse Racing Commission has awarded a license to Churchill and Keeneland for 12 live standard-bred racing dates beginning in October at the Oak Grove venue. Kentucky is struggling with the nation's worst hepatitis A outbreak, and its State Department of Public Health is suddenly without its infectious diseases chief. John Bennett says he was dismissed last week and wasn't given a specific reason for his dismissal, and nothing suggests it was related to Kentucky's response to the outbreak. The hepatitis outbreak in the state has killed 52 people and sickened more than 4,400 since 2017. A Democratic candidate in the race for Kentucky governor wants to decriminalize small amounts of marijuana. Haley Hansen has more on that.
Former state auditor Adam Edelin says money saved from opting not to incarcerate people in possession of a small amount of weed could be put to better use.
We need to be fighting a war on addiction, but those things that have a greater likelihood of causing addiction, like opioid and methamphetamines and other heavier drugs, clearly need to be where our focus is.
In his plan, possession of a half an ounce of marijuana would be reduced from a misdemeanor to a civil fine.
A man who pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the death of a 7-year-old Louisville boy is sentenced to 20 years in prison. Wyatt Williams fired a stray bullet that killed DeQuante Hobbs. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
As a child, I can remember always being excited about going to Community Trust Bank with my parents because I knew I was going to get a treat. It's funny, now that I'm married, have 2 kids, and just bought a new home, when it came time for a new home loan, I went to Community Trust Bank. I trust them and knew they'd be there for me and my family, just like they were there for Mom and Dad. And now with 79 locations, there's no reason to go anywhere else but Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
April is finally here, and it's my favorite time of year because it's Distracted Driving Awareness Month. And it's incredibly important to my life and my story because at 22, I had to have a partial hip replacement due to someone thinking that their phone was a little bit more important than the person's life in front of them. At 22, I was a big runner. That was the quickest way I could relieve stress. I can't run anymore. I also had big plans to start a family. I can't carry children because my hips cannot bear the weight. At 22, my parents, alongside my physical therapist, had to reteach me how to walk. So this month and every month, I just urge you to put
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
24 minutes after 6 o'clock and 50 degrees at WCLU. In area funeral announcements this hour, Joe E. Cardwell, age 65, of Glasgow, died Sunday. At this hour, arrangements for Joe E. Cardwell are incomplete, but will be announced later by the McMurtry Funeral Home. Funeral services for Allison Faith Owen Clark, age 35, of Greenville, Ohio, will be held at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning in the chapel of the Wynn Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Horse Cave Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be from 5 until 8 tonight and Wednesday morning after 8 a.m. The funeral service for Lovey Mae Teal, age 86, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burial is to follow in the Pleasant Hill Cemetery at Randolph. Funeral services for William Billy Cassidy, age 70, of Park City, will be today at 12 noon at the Patton Funeral Home's Park City Chapel. Interment is to be in the Evergreen Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day, free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
I'm home.
Back already? I thought you were going for a long spring walk.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I'm so out of shape from being cooped up all winter.
Well, I have the perfect way to up your fitness game. I'm buying an iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular.
Exactly how does you getting an iPhone help me?
Simple. If I buy my iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular, you get half off any Apple Watch. It's the perfect workout companion.
My friends are always talking about closing their rings. I could get in on the fun.
Yeah, you can set goals and monitor your progress throughout the day.
That's exactly what I need. Let's go. Should we walk to our local Bluegrass Cellular store?
Let's not go crazy, dear. I'll grab my car keys.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or drop by your nearest location. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Let's turn to local sports. Yesterday, pretty much a washout with all the rain here in South Central Kentucky. No softball activity or not much baseball activity anywhere in Kentucky yesterday to report. Today, however, in high school softball, Glasgow will visit Barron County for a 15-district matchup with the first pitch scheduled for 5 o'clock this afternoon. You can join Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune for the broadcast of the game at about 4:55 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. Other softball action this afternoon. Allen County Scottsville hosts Monroe County. Caverna welcomes John Hardin. Hart County goes to LaRue County, and Metcalfe County travels to Cumberland County. In baseball today, Glasgow plays at Allen County Scottsville. Barron County entertains Monroe County. Hart County is at home against Greene County, and Metcalfe County faces Russell County. A great big congratulations to Jamison Bowie, freshman at Barron County High School. He pitched a no-hitter versus Anderson County High School back on Friday, April the 5th. Now, this game was part of the Warren County Invitational. It was played at Basil Griffin Park. Bowie was starting his third game on the mound for Barron County this season. The Trojans won the ball game 11-0 in 5 innings, with Bowie pitching 57 pitches. He had 2 walks and 4 strikeouts while facing 17 batters in the game. The defense backed up their pitcher with an amazing performance as well. Other teams participating in the tournament: Caldwell County, Greenwood, Trigg County, Union County, Meade County, and Warren East. That's a check of local sports.
Congratulations. Are you excited about the new job?
Yes, but I don't know what to do with my 401k.
That's a big decision. As a Modern Woodman financial representative, I can explain your options and help you to make the best choice. I'm Anthony Mike. Call me today at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right. A little foggy out there this morning, 50 degrees at WCLU. In fact, the visibility out at the airport's only 3/4 of a mile, so we are going to see some reduced visibility. One item that we didn't have on Swap and Shop I want to add because it's happening today. There's going to be a yard sale today on Brighton Way in Cave City. Now, this is in the Park Haven subdivision, and it's at 108 Brighton Way in Cave City. They got a yard sale. I think they have furniture and a bunch of other stuff. It's today and tomorrow, so you can get over there this morning when they start the yard sale at 108 Brighton Way in Cave City.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast, sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
The secret to your garden success is waiting for you now at Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. Yes, Southern States has in stock healthy garden plants ready for you to get a good start on the growing season. Southern States covers your lawn care and farming needs year-round. They are ready with seed, fertilizer, chemicals for farm and home use. If you're ready to get started, Southern States is ready to get you going. That's Sampson Street in Glasgow. Southern States, farmer-owned since 1923.
Areas of fog getting the attention of some this morning. That fog could be thick in some spots, so you may have to slow your roll. Numbers-wise, we're above average, and this afternoon will stay above average, even warmer than yesterday. Most of us hovered around 70 degrees yesterday. Should get into the upper 70s for today, maybe even tomorrow, maybe even Thursday. Then we'll see a front come through and change things up just a little bit, and some cooler weather coming in by the upcoming weekend. And for now, I think we're in pretty good shape in terms of precip. The fog around this morning will give way to clear sky and sunshine. Pair of 7s this afternoon. Overnight tonight, mainly clear and 45. Tomorrow, sunshine, 77. Thursday, the wind will pick up, mostly cloudy. Highs will be in the upper 70s. I think we'll get around to showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms as we look ahead toward probably Thursday evening and into early Friday morning. And then those should be ending by Friday afternoon. We'll be in the low 70s. Saturday, a chance of showers. Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms. Highs over the weekend, cooler in the low to mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
As I said, visibility reduced to 3/4 of a mile at the Glasgow airport. So that's some pretty heavy fog out there. Be aware of that. 98% humidity. Winds are calm. Pressure's down at 29.84. 49. Temperature is dropping. That fog is bringing some cooler air. 49 degrees this morning at WCLU. 6:32. Weather brought to you by your friends located at Southern States. Ready to get you rolling in the garden this year for sure. All right, we've got the archives coming up here, but we're going to come right back, check our birthdays for this morning. Got some gongs to send out, etc., etc. Hang on. It's the address you may have been looking for, 108 Highland Park. That address could be yours. Attend the auction sale Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in Glasgow, conducted by Elmore Realty and Auction at 108 Highland Park. The brick home has over 1,600 square feet in move-in condition. 3 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a living room with built-in shelves and cabinetry, along with a large kitchen and so much more. Hardwood and tile flooring, all located on a single level. There's also a full walkout unfinished basement located close to schools, shopping, and the hospital. Mark your calendar this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to be conducted by Elmore Realty and Auction at 108 Park Avenue in Glasgow. You can see pictures and a brochure online at elmorerealty.com. Elmore, the auction specialist. Dakota Ray Elmore, principal broker and auctioneer. Hey, I told you it was foggy out there. Well, Lori Berry out at Dry Fork and Lamb says it's a little foggy out there, too, in the Dry Fork and Lamb suburbs. Lori tells us here on Facebook Live today. Thank you, Lori. And, you know, if you're driving out to Dry Fork around Lamb, just watch out for that fog right there. We can do it, but just got to be aware that it is out there. Terry Pruitt's sort of checking in. Roberta Houchin and Donita Runyon is checking in this morning, along with Ann Prophet and Peggy Tuck Edwards. Okay, that's names of folks that we see kind of looking down the pike there on Facebook Live, but we also need to get over here and talk about birthdays. Ralphie's Fun Center says, yeah, we like birthdays.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
All right, let me get some birthdays on the air right here. We've got Christina Gibson celebrating. How are you today, Christina? We've got David Brown. He is on here. David, where is that 60 gone? Because we're gonna send it to you. Happy 60th birthday to David Brown today. B.C. McCandless, Lindsay Harbison Smith, Aline Hurt celebrates. We got a gal who watches us on Facebook Live every morning from up in Ohio. Her name is Chris Henderson, and Chris is having a birthday today, and we're going to electronically, through the magic of cyberspace, going to wish a very happy birthday from Miss Chris Henderson today. Corey Underwood has a birthday today. Not just any birthday. Corey is 40 today. Stacy Ballard Bush has a birthday. David Wiley has a big birthday today. Elizabeth Norman celebrates today as well. Anniversaries, we've got the 15th anniversary today for Will and Delana Webb. The 15th anniversary today for Shannon and Kevin Pickett. We've got the 14th anniversary for Chris and Stacy Poore, and the 25th, the silver wedding anniversary today for Joseph and Tiffany Wyatt. Congratulations. Bunch of folks here that we want to be sure and send out greetings to. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online, simple click here from WCLUradio.com. All right, now at 6:36, let me jump in here. Got a call from a very concerned motorist, and I agree totally with what this motorist was telling me, is that the fog is thick, really thick, east of the airport. I guess that'd be west of the airport, but so much so that if you don't have your lights on, this particular driver can't even see you drive past them where they're trying to pull out on the roadway. So if you're in transit anywhere this morning, whether you think you see fog or not, make sure your headlights are on. Make sure your headlights are on, because as thick as the fog is, you've got to be seen. It's not only that you can't see if you're driving a car in the fog, but your fog's got to be seen by others driving. So be sure and make sure your headlights are on when you're out there, because very dangerous. The fog, the thing about fog is that it sneaks up on you. And if you're driving around the corner and you don't have any lights on or anything, there's just absolutely no way that the person coming the other direction can see you. So get those lights on. Let's factor in some time, because very, very dangerous fog out there this morning. Low visibility. We need some extra time to get where we're going to be, and we're going to come right back at 6:38, get into the archive.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
Check out the great deals at Gilead Auto Group in Glasgow. Stretch your hard-earned tax refund further during Gilead's Tax Time Sale-a-thon. Save big on over 450 pre-owned vehicles, starting at $2,500 up to like-new 2018 models. Plus, we have over 100 vehicles priced below $9,900. We work with over 20 lenders to get you the vehicle you need and deserve, no matter your credit situation. If car shopping makes you nervous, come to the home of legendary service.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by?
Well, good morning, everybody. It's 6:39, 21 before 7 o'clock at WCLU. Let's go backwards, shall we? Into the archives. This is where we learn about our foundation, information from the past that has made a difference as we move forward. And noted historian Sam Terry is going to join me in 30 seconds after we hear this from our sponsors that we really appreciate, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Service.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
All right, here we are, WCLU at 6:40, 20 minutes before 7 o'clock on a foggy morn, as they say. Remember that? Well, you don't remember this, Sam Terry, but that commercial back when I was a kid about Frosty Morn. Remember those pigs singing on TV? Sing it over and over and over again. Frosty Morn. We got to come up with a foggy morn song. And boy, I'm having lots of calls from people saying, "Yeah, tell people to turn the lights on because it can't be seen out there." We don't want any bad traffic accidents to get into the archives by virtue of something that happens today, Sam. So why don't we get down memory lane and look at some of the past? Okay, 100 years ago. 1919, this was the day that Dr. John S. Young has located in Glasgow for the practice of medicine and surgery. He is a son of the late Esquire Asa Young, for a generation president of the First National Bank of this place, and is already well known to many people. At the time the war in Europe broke out, Dr. Young was an X-ray expert in a medical college in St. Louis. When the Harvard Medical Unit was organized, Dr. Young became a member and was the first Barron County man to go to Europe. Now that is a piece of history, Sam.
It is indeed. And of course, Dr. Young's family was from down at Dry Fork in the south end of Barron County, and he's got a lot of descendants in this area and still in the Dry Fork area as well.
And we've heard from Dry Fork this morning already telling us about the fog down there. Good folk in Dry Fork, I tell you. A lot of history there for Dr. John S. Young, the first Barron County man to go to Europe in 1919. Wow. History. 1929, Sam, Mr. and Ms. Nat Bradshaw entertained with a 12 o'clock dinner Sunday. Covers were laid for Mr. and Ms. W.B. Bradshaw, Mr. and Ms. Allen Bradshaw, and Mr. and Ms. Irvin Houchins. Mrs. P.W. Holman, Mrs. Brent Dickinson, Mrs. H. Mitchell are all attending the big national DAR meeting in Washington City. I'm presuming that's the nation's capital, Sam. Maybe that's the way they, maybe in the early part of the last century, they want to make sure you didn't think they were in Washington State. They were in Washington City. Also, Mrs. Dickinson is the guest of her sister, Miss Ethel Reed, and Mrs. Ann Bryan. Some gals traveling there in 1929. I'm sure it was a big trip to go to the nation's capital.
It would have been, and you know that I believe that was only 3 or 4 years after the Edmund Rogers DAR chapter in Glasgow had been organized. So that was just a budding organization.
And you can see the solid foundation that was laid right there at the beginning for sure. 1939, this is a fun story. Be sure of plane. That's the headline. So here's the information you need to know. Attention to all of our readers is called to the fact that with the approaching summer, we will no doubt be infested with the customary deluge of airplane barnstormers. And in that connection, we would emphasize that the mere holding of a government airplane license or a pilot certificate does not ensure the prospective passenger of the condition of the plane. Passengers should assure themselves that the ship is airworthy. I don't know how you do that. I guess you just walk around the plane and look and make sure you don't see anything that looks fishy, but most folks, I wouldn't know how to judge if it was airworthy or not, very close. But in 1939, they were warning folks, hey, we might have people down here wanting to take you for a flight. Make sure what they're going to fly you in.
Exactly, and at that time, Glasgow's airport, it was really just a landing strip, was out off of Cavalry Drive, near the Armory. So long before Moore Field had been envisioned.
I can see a Saturday afternoon where people look up and they see airplanes flying around, and so they go out there to the Cavalry Drive Airport just to see if somebody could land and they could hitch a ride. I bet that was sort of like a recreational carnival atmosphere maybe for a while back in 1939, except for look and see if that's an airworthy ship or not. That was 1939. Now we have drones that are, what does it say here, the customary deluge of airplane barnstormers. Okay, 1949, we got news about Jewel Furlong. Mr. Furlong is a well-known Glasgow barber, and he's opened a modern barber shop in the Kaufman Building on North Ray Street, where he invites his friends to call on him. The front of the shop can be located by an attractive two-way electric barber pole. That sounds modern to me, Sam.
It does, and sounds like the stylish place to go have a haircut.
I thought maybe you were going to tell me where the Kaufman Building was.
I do not know other than North Ray Street.
Yeah.
So
couldn't be that far out, could it?
Blocks there that it was possible.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it was close to the downtown, and so I'm sure folks went down there and enjoyed the new place there by Mr. Jewel Furlong, 1949. 1959. This was actually a little clip here in the Glasgow Times that really changed the history of this place in 1959, because the story reads as follows. Construction work on the new broiler plant on the Roseville Road is expected to be completed this week, with only painting and finishing touches to be completed to put the plant into readiness for installation of equipment. Now, that's what most of us know as the chicken plant out on the Roseville Road. In 1959, it was a new industry coming to town, and it was just about ready for the equipment to be installed here in 1959. And, a lot of folks over a period of time worked there and provided employment for a lot of folks. And I guess we all kind of saw it because we all had to drive by it, but nonetheless, it was an important part of our industrial heritage, Sam.
It was indeed.
Called the broiler plant back before it was opened. All right, this day in 1969, I wish I knew the rest of this story. I don't know any more details than what I'm going to tell you. This was the day in 1969 that the entire police force resigned at Cave City after questions arise about allocations of the wrecker business. I can only read that there was somebody trying to control which wreckers got called when there was a need of a wrecker, and maybe the police force says that's not fair, and so they didn't want to be a part of unfair wrecker allocation. And that's a whole lot of between-the-line reading right there, Sam.
It is. We can suffice to say there is a rest of the story, and we just don't know it.
That's right. Maybe we'll stumble upon it here as we get in there, but it's important to know, anytime the entire police force resigns, regardless of the reason, that's something that you got to report. 1979, there was an advertisement appearing in the Glasgow Daily Times. 1979, the Pinto Pony, priced at $3,971 at Gilly Hyde Ford Lincoln Mercury. Now, the Pinto, I just always heard it called the Pinto, but the pony part of it is, I guess, the way it came out there in 79. But for $3,971, you could have a little Pinto Pony out at Gilly Hyde. Test drive it today. Don't see many of those around anymore, do you?
No, I haven't seen one in a long time.
All right, 1989 this day. It was a big day in the fundraising efforts for the YMCA. This was the day that Ashland Oil Company donated $5,000 to the local YMCA effort. Certainly appreciated moving forward, as Ashland Oil was making a commitment to the community. This day in 1999, it was the day that Doctors' Day was. Actually, it was not March the 30th, but it was reported in the Daily Times this day in 1999. Doctors' Day was held at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. That is a celebration that continues. It just actually was right at the end of the month, last month, that Doctors' Day was celebrated, and it's just, a whole lot of folks involved in the medical field don't really have time to look up because they're so busy doing what they do. It's just good to take a minute and congratulate them and thank them. And I'm glad that tradition continues out at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. And 10 years ago this day, the Barron County Progress reported that the deadline for the Barron County, Kentucky Family History Book submission has been extended to May the 30th. This book was sponsored by the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. I remember Ms. Gail Berry and a whole lot of other folks working on it, and they really wanted to make sure that everybody got in what they needed to get in for the submission about their family. And so they gave them some extra time because you know how we tend to procrastinate, Sam. And I'm sure in your career as a reporter and as a historian, it's sometimes like pulling teeth to get everybody to get the information out there as quickly as you'd like to have it.
That is true, but what a great effort that was, and that is a great piece of resource material for so many of us and future generations.
I keep mine there on the shelf under the coffee table just in case I need to look something up, because it's a handy one to have for sure. And that effort, albeit a exhausting effort, has made a difference, which is kind of why a lot of stuff gets done around here, Sam. Now, let's talking about making a difference. Let's try to get these computers over there replaced at the Cultural Center by coming out and attending the Murder Mystery. It's going to be at 2 o'clock and at 7 o'clock on Saturday, the 13th, this coming Saturday. There's two murders will occur, I guess we'll say, Sam. One at 2 and one at 7. The interactive murder mystery is setting in a 1940s wedding reception. You can come help discover who the murderer is and help out the museum, the Cultural Center, because they really do have a need to update the equipment with which they keep up with all this history. Tickets are just $20. Your friends will be there, and certainly you should be there as well. You think that's a good way to put it, Sam?
I would agree, and encourage people to go and participate and do your part to help that effort.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good day, sir, and watch out for those barnstormers out there, okay?
We'll do it.
And we'll talk to you. Well. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, sir. And let's see here. The archives today brought to you by Joseph A. Wade, Industrial Hardware Services.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
A sure sign of spring is when Lessenberry Do-It Center gets fully stocked with springtime savings. And they are stocked and ready to meet your needs today. You can win the battle against insects with this special limited time deal from Lessenberry's. Get a 1.1 gallon bottle of Ortho Home Defense Insect Killer, complete with a wand, for $14.99. And combine that with Home Defense Insect Killer for lawns for only $5. The 1-2 punch of savings from Ortho. A 1 cubic foot bag of Miracle Grow potting mix is just $7.97 now. A bargain on the Weed and Feed lawn fertilizer with Weed Killer. A bag to cover 5,000 square feet is $10.99, or the bigger size to cover 15,000 square feet is $24.99. And the special of the month has thousands of uses. DAP brand caulk. Get 2 tubes of Alex Plus or Alex Flex caulk for $3 this month at Lessenberry Do-It Center. Many more savings just in time to help you at Lessenberry's, 1010 West Main, Glasgow. 6:54, more fog information. Just got a report from Ann Knuckles Shaw that it's also foggy out in the 88 summer shade suburbs, just like we heard earlier this morning from, let's see, Lori Berry out there in Dry Fork and Lamb, and everywhere in between. We've got fog, low visibility. Get those lights turned on because the person coming at you certainly doesn't want to hit you, but can't stop that if it can't see you. So get those headlights on. Also on Facebook Live, we see that Wayne Hatcher is reporting fog in Cave City. Also, we've got Willie Ramey tuned in on Facebook Live. Linda Sue Wood. Chris Henderson on her birthday is telling me up in Mansfield, Ohio, that it's 55 degrees. Happy birthday, Chris. Melissa Ward Williams. Also, we have Tommy Bird. Hey, Tommy, how are you, madam? Dale Copus is tuned in, and so is Sharon Bishop Gilson. And we got Mr. Billy Houghton and Aaron Bennett tuned in on Facebook Live, too, amongst a bunch of the others that I mentioned to you here earlier. Just like to share information and drive with caution. 6:55 here at WCLU.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just four walls and four wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
Hello, I'm Todd Lockett, ag lender with South Central Bank. When I made the choice to join the South Central Bank team, I was blown away by our commitment to customer service and relationship banking. At South Central Bank, we work hard to cultivate trust and respect. The vision of the Bell family has grown from one single location to 29 convenient locations, each equipped to handle any of your needs, from cashing a check to buying your dream home or starting your business or farming operation. I would love the opportunity to gain your business and show you why South Central Bank is filled with people you can count on. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The fog around this morning will give way to clear sky and sunshine. Pair 7s this afternoon. Overnight tonight, mainly clear and 45. Tomorrow, sunshine, 77. Thursday, the wind will pick up, mostly cloudy. Highs will be in the upper 70s. I think we'll get around to showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms as we look ahead toward probably Thursday evening and into early Friday morning. Saturday, a chance of showers. Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms. Highs over the weekend, cooler in the low to mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Fog is certainly the big problem here this morning. Let's be aware of that. Drive with caution. We've got 3/4 of a mile visibility, and we need to be careful as we are making our way in a positive direction toward where we got to be. But we got to do that with a great deal of caution here this morning for sure. Let's look at the current conditions. The barometer is at 29.84, 29.84. The winds are out of the well, actually the winds are calm. They really are the northwest at 1 mile an hour, but there's not a lot of wind out there. 0.6 of an inch of rain yesterday, and the humidity is at 98%. That is one of those factors that's got the fog really, really, really thick this morning with that high humidity, and the dew point is above what the air temperature is. So we are making fog big time out there this morning and getting more and more reports of it. Get those headlights on. We don't need to go about this in a sloppy fashion. In fact, if you're looking on EPB Channel 6 or on Facebook Live, we've got the roof cam on the screen right now. And if you watch cars coming across the north side or the south side of the square, I guess it'll be the north side of the square, you really can't see them until they get pretty close here to the radio station. So be aware of that as these folks are driving out there today. Let's be careful and get where we need to be safely. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
I'm home! Back already? I thought you were going for a long spring walk.
Yeah, I thought so too. But I'm so out of shape from being cooped up all winter.
Well, I have the perfect way to up your fitness game. I'm buying an iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular.
Exactly how does you getting an iPhone help me?
Simple. If I buy my iPhone from Bluegrass Cellular, you get half off any Apple Watch. It's the perfect workout companion.
My friends are always talking about closing their rings. I could get in on the fun.
Yeah, you can set goals and monitor your progress throughout the day.
That's exactly what I need. Let's go. Should we walk to our local Bluegrass Cellular store?
Let's not go crazy, dear. I'll grab my car keys.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or drop by your nearest location. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Going on all month long at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. When you purchase two $20 combos, you get one free kids meal. Available for dine-in only any Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in April. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
Well, let's see here. We got to tell you it's 49 degrees. We also got to tell you that we've got trivia coming up here. It's at 7 o'clock. We are going to be having trivia for you today. Let me get the couple of things here I wanted to tell you about that are coming up. We want to remind you about Barron County High School taking nominations for parent representatives for the site-based council. Nominations taken through the 12th of April. And Brandy Pendergraft is the contact person at Barron County High School at 651-6315 if you would like to sign up to be a member of the site-based council, a very important part of our children's education. And then coming up on Thursday of this week, a big deal, the Veterans Resource and Job Fair is going to be going on at the National Guard Armory. It's a free event. It's open to the public, and it's going to be going on from 10 until 2 on Thursday. The Veterans Resource and Job Fair. And I hope that we have a really good crowd out there for that at the National Guard Armory Thursday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. On Friday, the Wisdom Faith Christian Academy Spring Fundraiser will be held at the Academy Gym. Silent auction and concessions held from 5 until 6:30. And beginning at 6:30, the main auction will be held. So get that on the calendar for Friday evening. Come on out there at the Glasgow Christian Academy. Let's see. Up next, trivia. Where's that thinking cap?
Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
Yeah, when you're out there today at Highland Pharmacy, be sure and say happy birthday to David Wiley. David's having a big birthday today, sir.
Nobody can afford downtime, which is why more and more people depend on Haywood Sales and Service to keep their equipment operating properly. They're your Hustler mower dealer. Hustler built the world's first zero-turn mower 50 years ago. Haywood Sales and Service proudly handles Hustler parts and service. Other brands, too, as well as tractors and all types of farm implements. A short trip to Haywood Sales and Service on the Finney Road at Haywood, and you'll discover people who really do know what they're doing. Let them minimize your downtime. 270-814-1068.
We are putting on the trivia. Going to win a pizza from Little Caesars. Let me tell you what else is special out there.
Wrap me in bacon, wrap him in bacon, and pour bacon crumbles on my head. Pour bacon crumbles on his head. Now that I think of it, I'll just go to Little Caesars. So go to Little Caesars. Get a bacon wrap deep dish pizza instead. Get a bacon wrap deep dish pizza instead.
Get Little Caesars large hot and ready bacon wrap deep dish pepperoni and bacon pizza wrapped in over 3.5 feet of bacon for just $12 at participating locations plus tax.
Pizza.
651-9149, 800-956-1023. Tell me what state flag contains the British Union Jack. Yeah, you thought we seceded from the Brits. But actually, one of the states in this country has a flag with the British Union Jack on it. Hello,
Alaska.
Trivia. I'm sorry?
Alaska.
No, it's not right. Trivia.
Hawaii.
Say it again.
Hawaii.
That's right. Who's this speaking?
Terry Jackson.
What are you doing, Terry?
Well, I'm here. My daughter's hit me out a little bit on Google.
Okay. Well, that's good to have a family. This is a family affair when you're working for that pizza out there at Little Caesars.
Well, these kids can handle a computer faster than I can.
It's interesting, you know, Hawaii hasn't been a state nearly as long as all the other states had. It was kind of an island, and it was taken over by some people. And anyway, the captain from Great Britain, when they actually conquered, this group conquered Hawaii, the guy's name, and I'm gonna practice on this, Chief Kamehameha.
Okay.
You know Chief Kamehameha? The first.
I've heard that name.
Yeah. Anyway, Kamehameha was the guy running the show over there, and this to make friends, this George Vancouver gave them a flag, a Union Jack flag, as I guess a housewarming thing, and so it sort of became a part of the flag of Hawaii as a republic. And then when they became a state, they put the Union Jack in their state flag as a part of their heritage, so that Chief Kamehameha will be happy. There's actually a Kamehameha the first, the second, and the third. So,
okay, I've learned quite a bit.
A lot of heritage there, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested in heritage.
Yeah, that's right. It's true. The Hawaiian flag still has the Union Jack on it, not because they were ever really a part of Britain, but because of the fact that they got this nice little flag from a well-wisher, Captain George Vancouver from Great Britain. All right, Terry, have a good day, and hope you enjoy this big pizza from out there at Little Caesars, and hope you enjoy your daughter helping you figure out everything you need to know, all right?
I sure appreciate it, and you have a good day too, Henry.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All right, Terry Jackson, that's right. He was he's learning about King, I say chief, it's King Kamehameha and his Union Jack flag. 706, 49 degrees. Thank you so much to the good folks at Little Caesars, and thanks to everybody for tuning in today on Trivia.
CBS News Update. The Cavaliers return to Virginia today as NCAA champions.
Crown jewel of the state. The university represents everyone, and we're just proud to have it.
The Cavs exercised last year's Demons, beating Texas Tech 85-77 in OT. Correspondent Steve Futterman from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis.
In the final seconds of regulation, Virginia needed some help. The Cavaliers trailed by 3 points, 68-65, with less than 15 seconds left. That's when DeAndre Hunter hit a three-point shot to tie the game. That forced the game into overtime, and in overtime, Virginia was the dominant team.
In last year's tourney, UVA became the first number 1 seed to lose to a number 16. Cavaliers went down to UMBC. Cavs coach Tony Bennett.
I told them, I said, I just want a chance at a title fight one day. That's all we want. And these guys came to fight in this title, and now we're the champs. And I'm so thankful.
CBS.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU, 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM, 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO, 103.1 Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Jared Persley, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
You've been putting off buying a new vehicle? Well, Bailey Gibson in Glasgow says the wait is over. Just announced, and for a limited time, GM is extending supplier pricing to every customer, plus cash allowance on all 2018 and 2019 Buicks and GMC cars and SUVs in stock. What's the bottom line? Pick out your next Buick, GMC, or SUV from the huge in-stock inventory at Bailey Gibson, and you'll get up to 16% off MSRP on all cars and SUVs in stock. Couldn't get any simpler. Don't miss out. Come to Bailey Gibson Buick GMC, 306 Happy Valley Road, Glasgow.
Good morning. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. The Glasgow City Council passed the first reading of an ordinance to raise the city's funds for the 2019-2020 fiscal year. The Glasgow City Council met in regular session last night at Glasgow City Hall. After the March 25th meeting, City Attorney Danny Basil manipulated an ordinance that would increase the city's funds to the fiscal budget. Councilman Terry Bunnell discussed possible implications in the wording of the prior ordinance. Before the current version, the ordinance stated that the funds could not be used for the purpose of advertising or salaries. The new ordinance does. The ordinance still includes all prior wording, including increasing the contribution from $60,000 to $120,000. The city now has the option to allocate these funds towards salaries and advertising. Council members Freddie Norris and Bunnell made the motion to approve the first reading, and all council members were in favor. The ordinance will be heard a second time before its passage into the city's law. The council also approved a resolution for a $115,000 composting grant. If received, the city will use the grant to purchase a glass pulverizer, which can be used to recycle glass. Council member Marna Kirkpatrick and Freddie Norris made the motion to approve the resolution, with all council members in favor. The council recognized 911 telecommunicators last night. Employees from the Baron Metcalf Emergency Communication Center were present last night to be honored. National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week is celebrated yearly in April. The next meeting of the Glasgow City Council is set for 7 p.m. on April 22nd at the Glasgow City Hall. An Edmonton teenager who went missing on January 21st has been found. Amber Shirley, 15, was located Sunday night and is home with her family, according to Kentucky State Police. An Edmonton man has been arrested after fleeing police on Sunday. Kentucky State Trooper Ricky Cross was on routine patrol 12 miles southwest of Edmonton when he attempted to initiate a traffic stop on a Nissan Altima for a traffic violation. According to a press release from Kentucky State Police, the driver of the Altima began to flee on Kentucky 163, turning on and off several back roads before exiting the vehicle and running on foot. After a short foot pursuit, Trooper Cross was able to locate and arrest 38-year-old Nathan Pruitt of Edmonton. Pruitt was charged with second-degree DUI, aggravating circumstance, fleeing or evading police motor vehicle first-degree, wanton endangerment first-degree police officer, fleeing or evading police on foot second-degree, operating on suspended or revoked license, and resisting arrest. Pruitt was lodged in the Barron County Detention Center. On Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on South Green Street for a vehicle that had expired registration plates. Officers observed a magazine clip to a handgun laying in the seat of the vehicle and located a Glock 40 caliber in the waistband of Dylan Gibbons of Glasgow that was covered by his clothing. Officers also located marijuana and a set of digital scales. Dylan Gibbons was arrested and charged with carrying a concealed weapon, trafficking in marijuana less than 8 ounces, first offense, possession of drug paraphernalia, and trafficking a controlled substance within 1,000 feet of a school. The arrest was made by Officer Wesley Hicks, assisted by Officer Mark Cromwell and Lieutenant Jabin McGuire. Last Saturday, the Glasgow Police Department conducted a traffic stop on Joe Traylor Avenue for a vehicle that had expired registration plates. Officer Mark Cromwell made contact with Patrick Stinson of Cave City and confirmed that he had an active warrant for his arrest. Officer Cromwell discovered Stinson to be in possession of methamphetamine. Cromwell also located a glass pipe. Stinson was arrested and charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, second offense methamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and tampering with physical evidence. The arrest was made by Officer Mark Cromwell, assisted by Officer Wesley Hicks. And before we go to our next break this morning, we'd like to remind you about the dense fog that's out and about on our WCLU roof cam here for our viewers on Facebook Live and EPB Channel 6. You can see that the fog has grew quite dense over the course of the last hour. The visibility is less than a quarter of a mile. So turn those headlights on and be very careful as you're turning out and in traffic this morning. We'll be right back for more local news, 7:14, 49 degrees.
It's big, beautiful, and comfortable. The boho birch sofa at Ford's Furniture is amazing. It includes the Decorator accent pillows in stylish designer fabrics for only $657. An amazing value now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
NMLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
The secret to your garden's success is waiting for you now at Southern States Glasgow Cooperative. Yes, Southern States has in stock healthy garden plants ready for you to get a good start on the growing season. Southern States covers your lawn care and farming needs year-round. They are ready with seed, fertilizer, chemicals for farm and home use. If you're ready to get started, Southern States is ready to get you going. That's Sampson Street in Glasgow. Southern States, farmer-owned since 1923.
In more news this hour, according to this morning's 911 activity report, there was an accident with injury yesterday on Scottsville Road at 10:12 in the morning. Barron Metcalf EMS, the Glasgow Police Department, and the Glasgow Fire Department all responded. A 23-year-old man will go before a U.S. magistrate on a charge that he lied to federal agents about being a missing child from Illinois. Authorities on Friday charged Brian Michael Reaney of Medina, Ohio, a day after DNA testing ruled him out as being Timothy Pitson, who disappeared in 2011 at age 6. Magistrate Karen Likovitz had him held without a bond without a bond, pending a hearing Tuesday afternoon. A jail lists him as 5 foot 9 inches tall and 145 pounds. Police picked up Reaney the morning of April 3rd after a report of someone wandering the streets of Newport, Kentucky. They said he told them he was Timothy and that he escaped 2 kidnappers. Timothy Pitson disappeared around the time his mother killed herself. A Kentucky man who tried to go around railroad crossing arms and his wife have died in a crash with a train. The Webster County Sheriff's Office said in a news release that a southbound train was stopped on a side switch track waiting for a northbound train to pass. The release said 83-year-old James King of Slaughters proceeded over the tracks, failed to see the oncoming northbound CSX train, and pulled into its path on Sunday. The Sheriff's Office said King and 78-year-old Carolyn King were pronounced dead at the scene on Kentucky 138 at the railroad crossing in Slaughters, about 15 miles north of Madisonville. The crash remained under investigation. Kentucky is struggling with the nation's worst hepatitis A outbreak, and its State Department of Public Health is suddenly without its infectious diseases chief. John Bennett tells the Courier-Journal that he was dismissed on Friday. Cabinet for Health and Family Services spokesman Doug Hogan confirmed in an email to the AP that Bennett is no longer with the Health Department. Bennett says he wasn't given a specific reason for his dismissal, and nothing suggests it was related to Kentucky's outbreak response. Kentucky said Monday that the outbreak, first declared in 2017, has killed 52 people and sickened more than 4,400. Kentucky has had more hepatitis A-related deaths than any other state struggling with similar outbreaks. Hogan says the number of hepatitis A cases has been declining for several months. And again, as a reminder, the fog is very dense this morning, less than a quarter-mile visibility out there. So if you don't have your headlights turned on, do that. And for our viewers, again, the WCLU roof cam here, you can see it's very dense here on West Main. For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane.
You've heard the saying, slow and steady wins the race. Well, the same concept can be applied to long-term investing. Hi, I'm Sheila Perkins, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. Investing a little bit at a time on a regular basis can really add up. We call this systematic investing. And though it doesn't guarantee a profit or prevent a loss, it's a way to take advantage of market volatility instead of just enduring it. To learn more, stop by my office at 1003 West Main Street in Glasgow for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing. Member SIPC.
You don't have to know the mechanics of how your car works. You just have to know mechanics who do. That's the story of Haywood Sales and Service. From a small engine repair center, Haywood Sales and Service has blossomed into a popular place for trusted vehicle service and repairs with ASE certified mechanics. They're your source for Cooper and Mastercraft tires for any vehicle. Pros who provide dependable service. Pros who won't overcharge you and who want your business. That's Haywood Sales and Service on Finney Road at Haywood. Discuss your needs at 270-814-1068.
From the Kentucky News Network, I'm Paul Miles. The man who claimed to be a missing Illinois boy when he was found wandering in Newport, Kentucky, is due in federal court today. Brian Reaney was charged with lying to federal agents after reportedly claiming to be Timothy Pitson. Pitson disappeared in 2011 and would now be 14 years old. Reaney is a 23-year-old convicted felon from Ohio. Customers of a Florence restaurant are being urged to watch for symptoms of hepatitis A. Northern Kentucky health officials say an employee of the Popeyes on Burlington Pike was recently diagnosed with the disease. Vaccinations are being recommended for people who ate at the fast food location. The infectious diseases chief at the state health department is out of a job at a time when the state is facing the nation's worst hepatitis A outbreak. Dr. John Bennett says he was dismissed last week but was not given a specific reason. The outbreak was first declared in 2017, later spread quickly in Kentucky, mainly among drug users. Democratic gubernatorial candidate Adam Edlin wants to decriminalize small amounts of marijuana.
Asking law enforcement to continue to take on the burden of prosecuting a war on marijuana users who are in the recreational category just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Under Edlin's plan, possession of a half an ounce of marijuana would be reduced from a misdemeanor to a civil fine. Churchill Downs and Keeneland are breaking ground on a new racetrack in Kentucky. A groundbreaking this morning for a live and historical racing venue in Oak Grove, just outside Fort Campbell in southern Kentucky. The $150 million facility will include 1,500 historical racing machines. I'm Paul Miles.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
The new FN 509 midsize 9mm pistol is now part of FN's legendary concealed carry lineup, and it is a natural fit. With its smaller grip frame modeled after the battle-proven million rounds tested FN 509, the FN 509 midsize comes with two 15-round magazines and naturally improves concealability. Available at your local firearms dealer. FN, the world's most battle-proven firearms.
April is finally here, and it's my favorite time of year because it's Distracted Driving Awareness Month. And it's incredibly important to my life and my story because at 22, I had to have a partial hip replacement due to someone thinking that their phone was a little bit more important than the person's life in front of them. At 22, I was a big runner. That was the quickest way I could relieve stress. I can't run anymore. I also had big plans to start a family. I can't carry children because my hips cannot bear the weight. At 22, my parents, alongside my physical therapist, had to reteach me how to walk. So this month and every month, I just urge you to put your phone down.
Celebrate your memories. No two funerals are exactly alike. Personalization is a valuable consideration, whether the ceremony is elaborate or simple. Funerals are often individualized to reflect the life and values of the deceased.
This is Follis Crow. It may reflect one's occupation, hobbies, or a lifetime of photo memories. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home in Glasgow. We're here for you.
Let's turn to local sports. Yesterday, pretty much a washout with all the rain here in South Central Kentucky. No softball activity or not much baseball activity anywhere in Kentucky yesterday to report. Today, however, in high school softball, Glasgow will visit Barron County for a 15-district matchup with the first pitch scheduled for 5 o'clock this afternoon. You can join Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune for the broadcast of the game at about 4:55 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. Other softball action this afternoon. Allen County Scottsville hosts Monroe County. Caverna welcomes John Hardin. Hart County goes to LaRue County, and Metcalfe County travels to Cumberland County. In baseball today, Glasgow plays at Allen County, Scottsville. Barron County entertains Monroe County. Hart County is at home against Greene County, and Metcalfe County faces Russell County. A great big congratulations to Jamison Bowie, freshman at Barron County High School. He pitched a no-hitter versus Anderson County High School back on Friday, April the 5th. Now, this game was part of the Warren County Invitational. It was played at Basil Griffin Park. Bowie was starting his third game on the mound for Barron County this season. The Trojans won the ball game 11-0 in 5 innings, with Bowie pitching 57 pitches. He had 2 walks and 4 strikeouts while facing 17 batters in the game. The defense backed up their pitcher with an amazing performance as well. Other teams participating in the tournament: Caldwell County, Greenwood, Trigg County, Union County, Meade County, and Warren East. That's a check of local sports.
You find yourself thinking about the future? Perhaps you are considering downsizing or purchasing your first home. Or maybe your family is growing and you need a bigger home. I'm Gay Parker, mortgage originator with Citizens First Bank. With my 40 years of experience helping homeowners in South Central Kentucky, I can find the best mortgage product for you, regardless of your stage of life. Stop in our Glasgow branch or apply online at citizensfirstbank.com. Citizens First, the best choice for the best mortgage loans.
MLS number 419873. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All in subject to credit approval.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by McDonald's.
The delicious sound of McDonald's breakfast sausage hitting the grill. Hot and savory sausage that makes any breakfast a great one. And if sausage is the taste you love, you're going to love this savory deal. Because now you can get 3 tasty breakfast sandwiches for just $1. A sausage McGriddles, sausage McMuffin, or sausage biscuit, now each for just $1. Hot and tasty, fast and easy. That's breakfast at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Areas of fog getting the attention of some this morning. That fog could be thick in some spots, so you may have to slow your roll. Numbers-wise, we're above average, and this afternoon will stay above average, even warmer than yesterday. Most of us hovered around 70 degrees yesterday. Should get into the upper 70s for today, maybe even tomorrow, maybe even Thursday. Then we'll see a front come through and change things up just a little bit, and some cooler weather coming in by the upcoming weekend. And for now, I think we're in pretty good shape in terms of precip. The fog around this morning will give way to clear sky and sunshine. Pair of 7s this afternoon. Overnight tonight, mainly clear and 45. Tomorrow, sunshine, 77. Thursday, the wind will pick up, mostly cloudy. Highs will be in the upper 70s. I think we'll get around to showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms as we look ahead toward probably Thursday evening and into early Friday morning. And then those should be ending by Friday afternoon. We'll be in the low 70s. Saturday, a chance of showers. Sunday, a chance of thunderstorms. Highs over the weekend, cooler in the low to mid-60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Ray. Of course, fog is the deal, and it continues to worsen. We're at about, we're just well under a quarter of a mile of visibility this morning at the Glasgow airport, and downtown in front of the radio station, our visibility is about 30 feet. On our roof cam here, because we have a great big gray haze out in front of the radio station on our normally bright roof cam here on West Main Street in Glasgow. And, of course, that's showing the visibility at about a quarter of a mile. And some of these areas where you're out maybe driving on a road, like we had on Facebook Live, folks telling us about Lamb, Kentucky, and Dry Fork, and out at Summer Shade and 88 Kentucky with some reduced visibility. You can say that's about everywhere here in South Central Kentucky. You got to factor in some time. Don't get in a hurry. You got to be able to see who's in front of you, and they got to be able to see you too. So let's factor that in. 728, 49 degrees. The weather brought to you by the folks fixing breakfast as we speak at McDonald's.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud, and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
And Ralphie's Fun Center is certainly a fun place to celebrate whatever you have to celebrate. It might be a birthday, it might be a family get-together, a family reunion, or just a bunch of folks wanting to get together. They do it right, and they make it fun at Ralphie's Fun Center, you know. Anniversary, I'm sorry, don't let me go ahead and start with the anniversaries, okay? I'll start on that side of the paper. We got a 42nd wedding anniversary for a very nice couple, Dr. Robert and Darlene Pelham. Happy 42nd anniversary to the Pelhams today. It's also the 14th anniversary of Chris and Stacy Poore, the 15th for Will and Delana Webb, the 15th for Shannon and Kevin Pickett. And we've got the silver number 25 wedding anniversary today for Joseph and Tiffany Wyatt. On the birthday side of things, it's Elizabeth Norman, David Wiley, Stacy Ballard Bush. Corey Underwood is 40 today. Chris Henderson, watching us on Facebook Live up in Ohio, is having a birthday today. Aline Hertz, Lindsay Harbison Smith, B.C. McCandless. David Brown is 60. Christina Gibson has a birthday today. Also, I want to remind you, it's Corey Underwood Day on the radio. Corey's a good fella who happens to be turning 40 today. And so if you happen to see Corey Underwood around town today, pat him on the back, see how he likes 40 so far, and let him know he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And we would certainly appreciate that indeed. 50 degrees, 7:31. Drive with caution here. Lots still ahead on the morning show from WCLU.
Competition is good, and when you've been in business for 53 years, you've done something right. Even with all the new ways you can shop for flooring for your home or business, here's what Parrish Carpet does. They offer the top name brands in flooring backed with solid warranties. Then Parrish Carpet stocks a large showroom of carpet and rugs for you to see and feel, not just samples. Then they have the finest individuals come and install those floors in your home. Parrish Carpets gets to know you, and you get to know them, and that's why so many people keep coming back. There's plenty of competition, but if this sounds like a place you'd like to do business, stop in Parrish Carpet on Reynolds Road in Glasgow, 651-8058. Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-43.
Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care Monday through Friday with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
It's big, beautiful, and comfortable. The boho birch sofa at Ford's Furniture is amazing. It includes the decorator accent pillows in stylish designer fabrics for only $657. An amazing value now at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted
All right, the pool season is going to be here right before you know it, and Adams Pools is going to help you get your pool situation started or finished or in between or just get your pool open. Adams Pools. All right, 734 WCLU. If you're looking for something for the kids to do this summer, this is a very interesting event that's coming up. The Barron and Glasgow Family Resource and Youth Service Centers are sponsoring a Summer Fest Fun Thursday from 4:30 until 6:30 at the TJ Health Pavilion. There's going to be summer camp information and sign-ups. You know, you worry about the kids when they get out of school. You don't want to be bored. You want them to have challenges, do something a little different, but do something. And that's where this is going to be a positive part of the summer. Come out to the Summer Fun Fest, 4:30 till 6 o'clock at the TJ Pavilion on Thursday. That's sponsored by the Barron and Glasgow Family Resource and Youth Service Center. And then, of course, on Thursday, as I told you earlier, from 10 until 2, the Veterans Resource and Job Fair to be held at the National Guard Armory, a free event open to the public. So come out and enjoy that.
Good morning, friends. How many of us are really thankful to God for what we have? How many of us thanked Him this morning? Whatever we are or have is a gift from God. Once a young county agent visited a very wealthy farmer. The farmer took the agent around and showed off his booming crops, his fat cattle, and his well-cared-for equipment. After seeing all this, the county agent said, "God has really blessed you with a lot." To this statement, the successful farmer replied, "God, where do you think I'd be without all my hard work? I've worked and managed, and all these things are the result of all my effort. Where do you think these buildings and these crops and this equipment would be if it weren't for me?" To this, the young agent replied, "Ask me that in 100 years. Friends, 100 years from now, it won't really matter what clothes you wore or whether you drove a fancy car. All that will matter is who you loved and how you spent your life in the kingdom of God. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ, reminding all of us to be more thankful.
What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
All right, it's 7:37, a foggy morning right here. We're going to penetrate the fog and talk to Tommy Jackson. How you doing this morning, Tommy?
I'm doing great, Henry.
Now, you know, on trivia today, we had the question, name the state that had a Union Jack on the flag, or in their flag, or does have in their flag. I'll get the question out in a minute. Tommy Jackson, he is he knows a whole lot about a whole lot, including a whole lot about Hawaii. You've been there several times, and you know about this guy. Tell me the king's name again.
Well, Kamehameha.
King Kamehameha.
That's the way they pronounce it. And when you go over there, they a lot of the travel agents they tell you about the story of Hawaii and about the king. And he was a huge guy. He was about 6'5" and weighed about 500 pounds.
That is a big man.
He was a big one. But anyway, he was on the Big Islands where he ruled, and he fought and tried to take the Hawaiian or Honolulu, that island, Oahu, and failed several times. And finally, they would come in on the west side, which was flat land, the east side is mountainous, and finally he figured out if he'd come in from the behind and go over the mountain, he could conquer that island, and he did that. Many times he had warriors, about 1,000 warriors. He came by boat up there. But anyway, there are 3 statutes recognizing and honoring him. One is at the palace there in Honolulu, which we have seen, and it's a life-size statue of him. So, and then there's another one in Washington, in the house up there, where each state has 3 of their natives that can be recognized, and he's one of them from Hawaii. And then the third one is his home, where he was born there on the north shore of the Big Island. And we didn't make it there. We drove up there to see some other things, but we didn't go over to the house where he was born. But anyway, he's there's a lot of highways named for him on several of the islands over there, and he was born in the 1700s and died in early 1800s. But he made the decision to honor Britain by taking part of their flag, and that's what they did. That's how come to have the flag basically like Great Britain does. Yeah. But it's a long story, and you might Google him up, and it's a long history of he was quite a guy, and he conquered islands and ruled them for years. And then his sons, he had Camilla the second, and then the third came in, and they were the rulers also there. And so it's a good story. And if you ever go to Washington, go in there and look at his statue, or Hawaii, either one. There's one at the palace and one on the north shore of the Big Island.
Wow, it's apparently you have learned a whole lot in your travels, checking all these things out. I never realized how rich the heritage of Hawaii was. We get into this Union Jack flag, and you did a very good job of explaining why that Union Jack is on that flag, Tommy.
Well, a very interesting guy, and I still read about him. It's been a few years since we've been to Hawaii, but I still like to pull up and read about him, and it's quite a history.
Well, and I appreciate you sharing that with us, and I'm sure if you see Tommy out, he'll tell you some of the other things he learned at Hawaii.
All right, Henry.
What I know about Hawaii is from watching Hawaii 5-0, and that ain't much.
Well, they still talk about filming that over there.
Do they? Yeah. Well, it was a fascinating program for sure, kind of ahead of its time.
Right.
Tommy, thank you for enlightening us more, and that, of course, was on trivia today, and we'll who knows where we'll go tomorrow with trivia, but we always appreciate people sharing and appreciate your knowledge this morning, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Henry.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye.
Tommy Jackson, Chief Camilla, or King Camilla. Quite an interesting fella right there. Appreciate Tommy sharing that. 742.
At SCRTC, our $35 credit has brought a lot of smiles to our members. So, we're extending the offer. Now through June 30th, SCRTC is offering a $35 credit when you add or upgrade SCRTC Internet or TV services. Add those extra SCRTC TV channels to catch all the games. Get that faster SCRTC Internet you've needed, and get that SCRTC $35 credit too. So join in all the smiles and call SCRTC for this $35 credit now through June 30th.
Do you suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, or any other ailment that requires you to take multiple medications multiple times a day? If so, you should be getting your prescriptions filled at Glasgow Prescription Center, because Glasgow Prescription Center can package your medicine in a small 2-inch plastic bag based on what time of day you should take each of your medications. 1 package for mornings, 1 package for evenings, and any other time of day and dosage you're prescribed. Glasgow Prescription Center is leading the way with this new service, and it doesn't cost any extra to have your medicine packaged in a way that helps keep you on schedule, and it makes it easy to take your medicine when you travel. It's just another reason why there's only one Glasgow Prescription Center. Southgate Plaza in Glasgow, 270-651-8889.
It's that time of year again, folks.
Time for the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce Farm, Home, and Garden Expo.
Yeah, Chris said you need to mark your calendar for Friday, April the 26th and Saturday, April the 27th.
There'll be educational displays, cooking demonstrations, activities for the kids, and of course, good food.
Did we mention it's free?
Yes, free at the National Guard Armory with plenty of free parking. If your business would like to participate, contact the Glasgow Barron County Chamber of Commerce at 270-651-3161.
You won't want to miss it, so we hope to see you there.
7:44. Call it 7:45. Call it a good day to go to Hurt Auto Sales, 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. You got anything with fog lights up there this morning, Bobby Lee?
We sure do, Henry. We've got several cars that have fog lights, and we know how to turn them on.
That's right. That's one of the big things we got to get people used to, because we've had calls today about people call and say, tell people to turn their lights on. And, you know, you just don't think about it.
And a lot of places, a lot of cars, the fog lights are located a little different spot, a little different switch. So, but we can help you with that. Come on up and fight your way through here, and we'll send you home in a brand new fog lighted car.
Well, I like to introduce you to Bobby Hurt, 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. If you can't find it, the glistening shimmer of the cars up there all shined up will drag you in. I don't know if that'll work this morning or not. You have to going to be almost there, I think.
Hey, we'll set you free, Henry. Just come on up. It won't be a problem.
All right. Well, why don't you tell me what's the latest arrival and what's the latest deal at Hurt Auto Sales, Bobby Lee?
We just got in a 2014 Mustang convertible, local trade, white with a black top, black interior, a really sharp ride for just $13,900. Okay, so
$13,900. That's a good price for sure.
It most certainly is.
Sounds like a car that people are going to really want to get up there and check out while it lasts.
We most certainly hope so. A convertible, today's a perfect day to drive a convertible as soon as the fog lifts off.
Well, I mean, you can lower the top. You can kind of feel your way around maybe a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. Henry got a one here we've just reduced the price on. It's a 2007 Nissan Frontier extended cab. Got a fiberglass top on the bed of it. Mm-hmm. And we're going to sell it for $4,900.
Now, that's a whole lot of truck with the bonus of that fiberglass top, and it's going to roll at a very low price at Hurt Auto Sales today. Say that price again, Bobby Lee?
Only $4,900.
Right. My goodness.
Come in and check it out. You'll if you're looking for a truck, it's a super good buy. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And we've lowered the price on another one. We've got a sale going on today.
Sounds like it.
It's right. It's a 2013 Nissan Altima for $4,900 as well.
Well, 2013. You can get a 2013 Altima for that little of a money at Hurt Auto Sales.
You sure can. Hey, come on in, and it's a good-looking car. Make somebody a fine ride.
All right. You are rolling today, son.
And this one, this last one we just got in yesterday. It's a 2006 Pontiac Grand Prix, silver with black leather inside, for just $2,500. So.
You're gonna make it easy on. You must realize it's getting close to time to pay taxes.
That's right. We need to sell some cars.
Well, but also some people need to buy a car and need to pay their taxes too. So you're making it easier to do both, I think.
That's right. We've got some really good vehicles at really, really good prices, Henry. So come in and look us over, and we'll show you what I'm sure we've got something in your price range. Okay.
Well, and you're going to be up there all day, and you're going to have a smile on, looking for folks to pull in there, and you're going to be a very accommodating fellow like you are every day up there, Bobby Lee.
We try our best, Henry.
621 West Main Street in Glasgow, and that, of course, is the home of Hurt Auto Sales. They got a motto up there that will keep you coming back, and that is...
No pain when you trade with Hurt.
Hurt Auto Sales. Check them out, and Bobby Lee, he takes calls. You don't even need an appointment to call him. 590-1181.
That's right. We'll take your call anytime.
Ask him to repeat what it was he just said on the radio, and I guarantee you he knows exactly what he said because he's always prepared to do this part of the show. And you got a handle on what you're doing up there, son. Now,
I appreciate that.
Bobby Lee also said he wouldn't mind hanging around to be the half of the presentation of the Tidbit News. So I'm going to play the sounder here, Bobby Lee, and we'll do that, okay?
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
All right, this story, when I read the story, I said, man, I can't wait to read this to Bobby Lee because he's going to love this story.
Uh-oh.
So here we go. This is Dateline, California. Are you ready for this story, Bobby Lee?
I'm ready. So coming from the West Coast, all the way from the West Coast this morning.
Police in California are working to track down a man who stole a chainsaw from a Fresno, California hardware store by shoving it into his pants.
Oh, goodness. Hey, that sounds pretty hazardous already.
It does. I mean, this man's name is Jeff Bennett from RG Equipment, told the Fresno newspaper the theft occurred on Wednesday afternoon at 2:45. It was captured on the store's security cams.
He took a risk there. I'm telling you now.
You know, as crime does not pay. The footage shows the man shoving the chainsaw into his pants and covering it with his jacket before walking out of the store. The suspect then left the area in a pickup truck. This is what made me think of you, Bobby Lee. It left the area in a pickup truck described as a late 1990s model Ram Silver with an extended cab. That sounds just like one of your reports.
Hey, he may have got one of my trucks.
That's right. That's right. There was no pain in stealing that chainsaw.
That's right.
Fortunately.
He got lucky, I guess. First of all, why would you want to steal something to work with?
That's right. That's right. Well, what does he need?
Go ahead.
What does he need to accomplish with that, I wonder?
Yeah, he must have had, I started to say, he must have had some wood that he really needed to cut.
Yeah, that's right.
Must have been a tree over the road or something.
Must have been.
Driveway.
Says here he's still at large. Police are hoping somebody will be able to identify the guy based on the security footage. This manager of the store says he believes the thief had an accomplice who was scoping out the store last week. This one... that was a premeditated,
It's a two-man operation.
That's exactly right. I don't know. It's like I'd come up with some better place to sneak it out.
I think I would, too. First of all, I wouldn't, but if he's going to, I'd try to maybe put it pull a wagon in there and cover it up or something.
That's right.
Rather stick it down in your pants, I just can't believe they let him walk out of the store like that. But I guess they saw it on the film. So
well, everybody's looking because this police officer said that one person has arrived over at the police station in connection to the theft to clarify that he's not the thief, after saying he was being blown up on social media by people accusing him of being the suspect. Yeah. Now that's the danger of social media. If a thief looks like you, they're going to cut out the middleman and just slam you.
Slam you down. Then he may have had to, if it got stuck in there, he may have to start it up and cut his britches off.
That's right. They got to find him first, or at least he's got to turn himself in.
It'll be the man with the big cuts on his leg.
That's exactly right. So anyway,
or maybe one leg. Okay.
That's a California. That's a way to shoplift a chainsaw.
Not recommended to do.
Right. Not at all. Proceed at your own risk.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, this story is a little bit different thievery here, Bobby Lee. Out of Jackson, Mississippi this morning, it's hard for police officers to chase people in their cars if the cars don't have wheels. And that's what a thief or thieves has been doing in Mississippi. They're taking advantage of Jackson, Mississippi police telling local news outlets 3 police cars had to be towed over the weekend because their wheels had been stolen.
Well, goodness, that'll keep you from chasing them.
That takes some guts.
I hope the policemen weren't sitting in them when they were stolen.
No, I think they, I don't think they were there, but the cars were parked behind a downtown police station. Police aren't sure when the theft took place, but it's the second time it's happened in recent weeks. Another police cruiser ended up left on blocks outside of the police training academy last month.
The training academy of all places.
That's right. They need to do some more training.
They need to take care of their own.
That's right.
I would imagine.
How to conduct surveillance on their own cars. They continue to investigate, it says right here. This is Jackson, Mississippi. That's one way to, of course, that's like the chainsaw guy. He had somebody scoping it out ahead of time. And so
sure he did.
These folks were scoping out the police cars by taking off the wheels early.
That's pretty brave.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of nerve, I would imagine, to steal the police wheels off of the car.
Even on the
training academy to beat off.
Like even on TV when they have those NASCAR races, those fast tire changes, that's not fast enough to not get caught if somebody was watching.
No, I'd be afraid that I'd get caught rolling it out there,
Yeah, yeah. So what can you say, huh? That wasn't me. I didn't mean that.
Didn't mean that, and I just that's a hard one to. I believe I'd pick a better place to steal something.
That's right.
My opinion.
Like the chainsaw store.
Better place to hide it.
That's right. Okay, so you see, I told you I had 2 good stories that you might enjoy being a part of there, and that's what
those were pretty neat stories you don't hear every day.
That's exactly right.
Tidbit news, I guess.
And that's why we call them tidbits. They won't be the headline, but they're pretty interesting to share. Bobby Lee, thanks for joining us. Hope you have a good day. Hope you move all that merchandise that's on sale up there today. Folks, get up there and check him out. See you later, Bobby Lee.
Thanks a lot, Henry. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
At Hardee's, we love to surprise people. Not like getting summoned to jury duty or mistaking your backpack for a parachute. Our surprises are good, like adding our delicious loaded omelet biscuit to our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. Choose between our loaded omelet biscuit, our tasty Frisco breakfast sandwich, our bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, or our savory sausage and egg biscuit. Get any 2 for $4. It's the best kind of surprise. I mean, it's no pulling into a paid parking meter, but it's a close second.
Hardee's, because it tastes better.
Offer available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating Hardee's restaurants. Price and participation may vary. Tax not included.
Basketball and friends. It's that time of the year, and it doesn't get any better. You can make each game of the NCAA tournament the perfect throwdown with supplies from Barren River Beverages. It's better than being courtside. Barren River Beverages has kegs, taps, and all types of party supplies. We're also cheering our 2nd anniversary here at Barren River Beverages with store-wide savings to celebrate. We love having you on our team at Barren River Beverages, seconds from the Cumberland Parkway on Highway 90 West Main in Glasgow. Still celebrating our trophy as the 2018 Best Liquor Store in Glasgow.
50 degrees coming up, the news you depend on, the 8 o'clock morning edition here on WCLU. We're going to say goodbye to our folks watching on Facebook Live. We don't want to get in trouble with Facebook by playing music on Facebook, so when we get close to playing music, we'll tell you goodbye. We hope you'll come back because we really enjoy all the nice folks who helped us out with the fog reports all throughout the area, the listening area today. It's just wonderful when folks just check in with us and get us some information that we can use to help get folks to where they need to be safer. Yeah, I'm dinging as we speak. But that's the birthday for tomorrow, so we'll deal with that one tomorrow. All right, the news is next.
Hi, this is William Gravely, pharmacist and Medical Arts Pharmacy. You know, we all love our pets and always want the very best for them. Well, at Medical Arts, we feel the same way, so we've come up with a special way to recognize them, the Pet of the Month. That's right, at Medical Arts, we will select a Pet of the Month, and here's how you can get your pet selected. Simply take a picture of your pet on your cell phone, send it to our Facebook page, and we'll pick the cutest pet out of those that are submitted. If your darling doesn't get selected this month, don't worry, we'll do it again next month, and your picture